music, boys.
I was just jigging away there, Jake. It was a good bit of a tune. I wasn't expecting that, mate.
Yeah, well, definitely Era West Ham Unofficial. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all safe and well. I'm off for summer holidays. 12:15. I was back. West Ham shirt on. Normal attire is back and running. It's blooming hot today, but we're here. We are here. Talking a little bit about West Ham, a little bit about Cardiff, and a little bit of random rubbish as well. Well, I'm joined by Steve. Steve, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Jake. Yeah, very good. Bit warm today, mate, but it's nice weather. Lovely weather.
Yeah, and we are joined by our very own Mick McCarthy from sunny from sunny Cardiff. How are you, Adam?
I just get my whippet.
Really?
Yeah. Afternoon to everyone in the chat. I hope you are all safe and well. Subscribe, like, click the join button by the subscribe button to check out the channel memberships. Have a gander, have a little look, and see what you find. So, we're going to talk a little bit about West Ham's hopes and Cardiff's hopes for the season. Adam, I'm going to start with you. What are Cardiff's hopes for the 2021/22 season? There, you got that wrong.
I know. I'm looking at Daya as I'm.
Relegation.
Hey.
Relegation, what it needs.
It's 12-1 relegation, if I'm honest with you, which is not bad.
Good odds.
No, it's not bad. I don't know. Today, for people who don't know, today they've announced that there's a new person on the board for some reason. So that can go one of either way, can it? It can go. It can go as the new person to take control of the money, or it can go the person that really wants to cut corners with the money.
Yeah.
So if I'm honest with you, I'm just predicting mid-table.
Yeah.
Mid-table boredom, if I'm honest with you.
And we all know what Steve's predicting.
Yeah, they're going to struggle. Vincent Tan's got no parachute payments now, and he's not putting his hand in his pocket. It's going to be a tough season for them. I think they'll sell Kiefer Moore before the start of the season, possibly to bring some money in.
I think they're going to have to. I mean, if a decent offer comes in, I think financially they got no choice.
Well, they won't have no choice, will they? If someone comes in, it go late, I think, into just before the season, which is never a good time to lose your main man, is it? But they've already brought in this lad, haven't they? What's it? James Collins, funny enough. Is his name James Collins?
Yeah. It's not the James Collins.
Not the James Collins,
James Collins, no.
He's meant to be quite a good goal scorer, Brownie, apparently, isn't he?
Yeah. But I remember.
Oh, we've lost you there. No sound. Professional.
There
we go. Oh, he's on.
He's so unprofessional, Jay. I really don't know why you have him on the show, to be honest with you.
Right, let's have a look at the chat whilst we wait for him to come back. Yasko, I hope you are well. Tufty's in the house.
Tufty!
Peach, Steve's partner in crime for the weekend show. That's hopefully that's going to be coming to your screens live. The first live edition on Saturday night, talking all about centre backs. That's for sure. Pete says we're going to win the league, and Yasko adds on to that that we're going to win the Europa League as well. We're going to be the champions and the Europa League. Dad predicts Cardiff to be in the playoffs, and there he is.
Sorry, guys. I got my phone and someone tried to call me.
I know it. Hey, Jake, I know it's Friday. Is your dad been drinking, thinking Cardiff are going to get in the playoffs?
I didn't realise that was Pete's login account.
Yeah, that's Pete.
Account. I didn't realise that because I know he's been commenting a few times on Football with Brownie. So welcome to the madhouse, Pete.
Yeah, here he is. Big up JAK to the E in the place to be. In the place to be. Yes, Daya. Yes, Brownie. Danny's in as well. Hope you're well, Danny. I've won. Of course, we're talking to Peach. Who else will we want to talk to but Peach? So can you see what do you want to see in terms of transfers in the summer, Adam? Is there anything going to happen?
Gareth Bale.
Oh, here we go.
Bring him in.
Well, that's the only chance they've got of one, haven't they? Because you've been under transfer embargo again. Are you out of it again? Have you paid your
Yeah,
bill?
we're out of it again now.
So
Yeah,
they've settled up the clubs they owed money to then, and then to get back into the
I
transfer market.
remember a few years ago. Do you remember, Steve? A few years ago, and the Motherwell chairman went on Sky, and he was so red faced because he looked like a whiskey drinker, you know.
He probably was.
Do you know what I mean? And he was going off on one because they helped put Cardiff in an embargo one year, and you know when it was at the time Cardiff were making stupid transfer fees, but the transfer fee for this player was like 200,000, and it was I can't remember his name now, to be honest, but Cardiff and transfer embargoes, they kind of go hand in hand.
Well, you normally get more embargoes than you do points.
I know. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
It's like
the best one though. It had to be
not just this owners, but the owners previously. It's like they don't realise just how embarrassing it is for
supporters. Yeah, no, exactly. And remember,
You know?
I can remember Peter Isdale when he offered the golden ticket, didn't he? He said everyone buy the golden ticket for next season, and we spend all the money on transfers.
No, it was the January transfer window.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he said for next season, buy the golden season ticket for next season, and I'll spend all the money in the January transfer window, right, Jake? And then all that, it came out. It took all this money in while they're under a transfer embargo.
Yeah, he didn't say. I know.
Fraud.
Yeah.
Steve,
Yes, mate.
a little bit about West Ham. Do you think now trying to get some, Premier League chatting here now?
Yeah, I think we've got to start now. The Euros are over. They've got to bring in some talent. We're gonna need a far bigger squad this season, especially if we're going to do well in Europe. It's a well-known fact if you qualify for the Europa Cup or whatever they call it, then normally you struggle in the Premiership, which I'd rather not be in Europe myself. To be honest, I like the Champions League, but to go into it's a great trip away, but we can't even go away at the minute safely, really, can we? So personally, I would have liked to see. Well, it depends on what the board do, but I'm worried about being in Europe and it costing us form in the Premiership.
Well, I tell you what. Do you want me to have a word with Souček and Kufau on Wednesday?
Well, I'm coming with you.
Oh.
I'm not coming, not invited now, am I?
Name drop.
Yeah, we're off to the Czech embassy on Wednesday to meet them and the Czech ambassador. A party, his leaving party.
Yeah.
But Brownie invited me last night. As his guest.
Daya's kind of invited himself.
No, I didn't invite myself at all.
Could Steve be that talent you're on about? This man.
Not for West Ham, mate. God, he's nowhere near our class, mate. Nowhere near what we need.
If I'm honest with you, I think he will fit Burnley.
Brownie, stop over talking me. He's a championship player, right? He's at his level in the championship, but he'd do a job for a bottom of the league. Someone like Brentford or someone like that. Someone just promoted, right, or bottom of the league team.
I think him and Burnley could be a perfect fit, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad move for him. Newcastle would be another one. They're a low team, aren't they, really? And they've got to take over this, obviously, well, it's meant to be going through, according to Tufty, but we haven't seen any happening.
Every day, take over.
Tufty's been waiting for his takeover. Amanda Staveley's been out in the press, I think. Is she, Brown?
Something happened on TalkSport this afternoon. A few Newcastle fans were quite angry with what Simon Jordan was saying. I don't know.
Oh, right, okay.
No, I'm not surprised, to be honest.
But no, I don't think he's good enough for West Ham, Jake. We'd be mad to buy him. He wouldn't suit our style of football that we play at the moment either. And
I've got a backup.
I'm not going to knock him. He's had a great career, really, considering he came from Truro and then Dorchester Town and then Yeovil Town. And then.
Oh, on about Yeovil, I got some breaking news.
Oh, go on then.
Go on then.
I was going to do an interview with someone tomorrow.
Gavin Williams, right? So let's get the names out, Brown. And that'll be Gavin Williams, who lives in Merthyr. Yeah, come on.
He's had to delay it because manager Yeovil.
He's what? Going to be the manager of Yeovil?
Yeah.
What? Well.
God, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway.
Did that come from the horse himself or from the stable lad?
The horse himself via a text message. So I got in right in.
Ooh. Let's have a look at that.
So hang on. Before people jump on it, what's the odds on him getting the next Yeovil manager?
Well, look it up. But there's nothing wrong with the manager they got at the moment. So that would have to come down to, because they got a dodgy owner there at the minute, right? And I'll put this link actually into the Yeovil forum after the show because.
Whoa! Hang on.
What?
No, you can't do that.
No, but what the situation there is, mate, they got this owner, Scott Priestall. He's one of those football blaggers, right? We've come across them over the years, Brownie. You know how it works, mate, right? They ain't got a penny to rub together. They go in, take over the loans of the club, right? And there's something murky about it. There's something really, really murky about it. And I've spoken to Jenks about it as well, and he says
well, hey, come on. Hey, come on.
Right, let's have a look at the chat.
Why we wanted to take over a club. But never mind, that's another thing.
That's another story for another day. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Football with Brownie for hitting the 1,000 subscribers. Pete says he deserves it.
Thank you very much. Hey, and Jake, thank you very much for all your help and your dad as well.
Hey, Brownie, we'll do a show after about that Gavin Williams as well. Could that be interesting?
Let's have a look at. Oh yeah, Tufty said he's just done his show about the Newcastle takeover. Let's have a look.
Here we go.
Let's have a look here.
But it's like bloody reading a fairy tale.
Ken Amma says 5 million gamble on Moore as third choice striker. I'd take him. That says Kiefer Moore look fairly good at the Euros.
And I tell you,
we finished 6th in the Premiership, right? When we should have finished 4th, right? We should if we'd beaten Newcastle. Newcastle rolled us over twice. If we had to roll us over, we'd have finished 4th in the Premiership, where we should have finished. And it was a fantastic season for us, especially for the seasons that we often go through, right? But we should have been in the Champions League this year, and we missed out on the Champions League, right? So, we should be in the Champions League, right? We can't walk away from that fact. Now we're in Europe. But Kiefer Moore, he just hasn't. He's not a West Ham player. He's not.
But he's a David Moyes player, and I tell you why he's a David Moyes player, right? Because it finally showed people, the Euros finally showed people how well defensively his game is. Right? He's a, he defends from front, gets back for. And Matt, whether people like it or not, is a David Moyes type of player.
Yeah, I agree.
If you haven't got the ball, get 11 men behind the ball.
Here's a question then. Here's a question. Adam, I'll put it to you first. Suiting West Ham's system and a realistic signing, could you name me 1 or 3 players that West Ham should go out and sign?
Oh, I think Lingard.
Yeah.
I think Lingard. I think the time has come now. They need a new keeper.
Ariola's been in the press
a lot. I don't know about this Johnston guy from West Brom. It's quite. Is it because he's one of very few English goalkeepers now in the Premier League? I don't know. I really don't know regarding him. But definitely looking at a goalkeeper. You know what? For a season or two, a cheap signing, and I know it would be a West Ham signing, but Romero from Man United.
Ooh.
There's nothing wrong. You know,
The name that's been put into the hat is Alfonso Areola, which, I mean, PSG have got about four goalkeepers, and then it's Areola.
well,
They've started on a rumour now.
PSG. Where's Keylor Navas going to go then?
I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay as their second goalkeeper. I think Areola is a very realistic. I think this rumour's actually got some truth in it. Steve, Areola, thoughts?
Good player. Love to see him sign. To be honest with the transfers, hopefully that we're going to have this season, and Brownlow brought it up, I suppose, really, is that we have to have faith in David Moyes. He's pretty good in the transfer market. He's got an impeccable record, really, for us, isn't he? And at other clubs as well. So he's got big players that will suit his style of play, to suit his philosophy of football. And I do have faith in him to do that, mate, to be honest. I'm never one for bounding the names around, to be honest, because you get your hopes up and then you get dashed and you hear so many rumours and, obviously we get a few tip-offs. And that's normally right.
I was thinking where this is going, man. I was thinking where this is
we do. Being in the business, we get a few tip-offs, so that's good. And then there's something behind it. Like I know an agent, right, who flew up to, his name's Godfrey. Actually, I put him in touch with you, Jake, maybe to come on the show one time. And he's flown up to Scotland today on a bit of business, shall we say. So, say no more, but let's just see what might happen there. But
on about Scotland, and people have been going on about the Celtic striker,
Edward.
Right? But I prefer. Listen, he's like a box of bombs, really, But I prefer that Rangers striker, that Colombian striker from Rangers.
Is that Morelos?
Morelos, yeah, I've heard of Morelos.
He's fiery.
The trouble is, you don't know what they're going to be like until they play under David Moyes. Football's like that. It's down to the manager what he gets out of the player. First, he's got to want the player. Then he's got to get out of that player what he wants out of him. I've seen some real duff players, right? Or you think they're duff for Premier League football, and they've become fantastic under certain managers. But you have as well, Brown.
Well, look at Lingard.
Lingard is a fine example. If you watched him in Man United, I never used to rate him.
No.
And when they would talk about signing for West Ham, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, not Lingard." Do you know what I mean?
That's what I thought. That is what I thought.
Yeah. And that's how it works. And being a football manager is not playing like playing FIFA manager what these kids play today, right?
Oh, I know.
But that's what drives you down the bend, right? It's not just press A, B, and C, and you buy him and you sell him and he fits into your video game and he goes and scores you 20 goals. It doesn't work like that, right?
Let's have a look at the chat a minute.
Any super chats? We got any super chats? Someone give us a super chat. I want to see it work.
Steve is intrigued to see a super chat donation come up on the screen. Peter's missed out by 1 point on Champions League day. Kent says David Moyes loves a big target man who's physical and puts the shift in more fit. So I completely agree. That is what I've said. I completely agree, Kent.
I wouldn't, if David Moyes signs Kiefer Moore, I will not object because David Moyes has done it, and I wouldn't.
No, I think it's going to be a little merry-go-round, really. I think Kiefer Moore to Burnley, Chris Wood to West Ham.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I can't see that. I know you like that little deal going on there, Brownie. But
wouldn't you like Chris Wood, Jake?
No,
you wouldn't rate him. You rate Kiefer Moore over Chris Wood.
I would personally.
Okay.
I think so. I think for £25 million for Chris Wood, I think if it's been put under David Moyes, I think David Moyes has said some quite explicit words to that. I'm going to be honest with you. Peach says, Jesse Lingard, Adama Traore. We are going to talk about Adama Traore in the Stephen Peach show at the weekend, and the striker from Celtic, Edward Areola. Yes, please, says Peach.
I don't give a gas about Traore. I don't give a cat. I just think he's like Theo Walcott on steroids. I do. What? Just because he goes to the gym 20 times a week, I don't understand.
Oh dear.
He can't finish.
Trev Tube, I hope you're well. This is one of our members, so thank you very much, Trev Tube. Thanks for joining. Kiefer Moore is 28 years old, I do believe. Let's have a look here. Danny says, anyone know how big the difference in price would be between Areola and Johnson? I think they're both. I expect Johnson's probably going to be a little bit cheaper. Than him. So just just trying to order you a takeaway for tonight, Steve. What are you having?
Oh, I'll go for a Chinese tonight, Rich, if you don't mind, mate. If you can use that, not the first Chinese you used, but the second one, where you ordered it from the second time. I think it was the sugar cane. Gorgeous. And I'll have the chicken curry, mate, please. Thank you, Rich. Thanks for I hope you get a few super chats to pay for it.
Let's have a look. Probably not. No. Let's have a look. Right, Kent knows his stuff. So this is Kent's picks for us to sign. Lingard, Callum Styles, Jake Cooper, Seamer. Okay, isn't that guy from West Brom? I think that midfielder Kent rates. Seamer and more. All Moyes' types. Let's have a look. Trev Tube says Moore is 28. I don't think he is mobile enough. We need a young Antonio type, explosive and strong. There aren't that many that fit that bill. I think
I agree with that. I would say Trev Tube there is bang on. If that had been a super chat, I'd have said it was premium. But no, all jokes aside, I totally agree with that. Kiefer Moore for me personally, if I was David Moyes, that's what I would say about Kiefer Moore. He's not mobile enough. But if David Moyes goes for it, I will stick with David Moyes.
Yeah, but you think? Listen, in my opinion, Jake, you unfortunately fortunately, I think you too young to remember really. But I remember Moyes at his Everton days. Steve, you will remember, and many people in the chat will as well. If you think of when Moyes started getting that team going, towards the last 4 or 5 years of his tenure there, he didn't really have a mobile striker. He just had a striker which would be the head of the attack, really. If you think about it, you Kubu, and it's other, some of the ones from America.
Yeah.
Kevin Campbell. They were never known for their mobility, really.
Yeah, let's have a look.
And,
let's have a look.
I don't know. I do think that I don't think Moyes have ever gone for your pacey striker until he come across Antonio.
Yeah. Epic Hash Time says Areola's wages are 4 times higher than Johnston's. Now this is the catch. Areola's wages at PSG are stupid money. His wages when he came to Fulham was around £70,000. So he's prepared to make that pay cut for Premier League football, I do believe.
What do you reckon he's on now? How much is he on now? You reckon?
200 grand, I think, at PSG, but something like that. Stupid money. Danny says if I could sign any player at the moment, it would be Patrick Schick. What a player!
That's a good shout. That is a good shout, actually.
Happy Hamret. Hope you are well.
Oh, yeah. Can we have a back home? Did you see that?
Steve, behave. Trev Tube says Lingard's balanced transfer and forward movement has always been top quality. Peach says Adama Traore, Walcott and Masuaku on steroids. Ken says that's why I said Moore is third choice backup player. And everyone's saying hello to each other as well. Right, I'm going to have to shoot. Any final words, Steve or Adam, before we go?
Yeah, I'd say if Cardiff are 12 to 1 to get relegated, get your money on. Well, that's a far better tip than my tip of the Grand National, that one.
I tell you what.
I wouldn't like to see Cardiff get relegated, but I do like to pull down his leg.
I tell you what I'll do then, as a return favour to Steve telling everyone to get the money on Cardiff getting relegated, I'll just buddy up with my pals, Suchek and Kufal on Wednesday. and I'll ask him to make the move to Cardiff anyway. Just
Oh,
before
there's
we
another thing,
start.
Jake.
Name
One more thing. I'm ignoring Browner. One more thing. Can you ask all your thousands of fans and subscribers to come over to the Days Banter show, please, mate, and tell them to subscribe? I've only got little 50.
Oh.
The Day's Banter. You need to go over there, subscribe. I'm going to put the link in the chat, as well as football. We should say, as well as monetized football with Brownie.
Yeah, well done, Jake. You
Football with burgers, isn't it?
Well,
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry, football with burgers. Yeah, let me just type that into the search bar. Football with burgers. There we go. There he is. So the both of those are now in the chat. If you could go over and subscribe to these
Especially
two.
you, Happy Hammerette, if you want to come over
Yeah,
and subscribe.
hey, hang on. I want to pick up Kent Hammer as well before we go any further.
Yeah.
You want what?
Because Kent Hammer is backing me up on what I said about Moyes as well. Duncan Ferguson was another one, obviously. He was never mobile.
Yeah, true.
And Brian McBride, he was never mobile as well. You know, it all come. I don't think you go for more, but I do think you go for Wood.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
I think he's going to go Wood. I think he's going Wood.
Oh, I don't. I just don't. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you very much to the Day's Banter. Come on, you on. Thank you very much.
Come on, Cardiff.
Football with Brownie. And we'll see you next time. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
See you, mate. See you, bud.
Bye-bye.